Hey kids, Inverted Cow here, welcome back to Space Haven. And we're back in the game. Last episode, you will remember we made the attack on the mighty Mary Shelley over here in this station, or this sector. I jumped, limped, crept away over here to get away from the effects of the Siren World and was attacked by pirates. Since, or shortly after I turned off the recording on the pirates, our good friends from the Android Collective came down here with their 2 ships that are in the area and ambushed a Slavers Guild ship that had come in. I hadn't even been doing trades with them. I just kind of like, yep, okay, they jumped in. We had a Slavers Guild that got blown up. As you can see, I now have some refugees as well as a few pirate prisoners. I have had a couple of converts from the pirates. So you will notice that we now have a couple of new faces in our fleet. I think Jane was one. Yes, Jane was one. Peace loving, which isn't great, but I took Jane because of, I believe, mining and I have no idea why I took you. Or were you that person I found? Lucinda, construction laborer. You are a new person. I took on, because of construction and industry, I moved you over to the other ship. Ryan, I believe, is a new person as well. Charming. This was my charming guy. I left him on my prison ship, because I want charming people to help with our guests. Lisa Ann is another one, also charming, also left on this ship. Dakota was somebody from before. I think that was everybody that we have gained. The problem I have is I lingered in this area to try to do some builds on the garbage scow here. I wanted to try to get this thing at least functional and tear apart, or do a little bit more tear down on this the ill-gotten gains. This one here. I've almost torn out everything. But as you can see, if I bring up temperature here, you can see the better. Everything is still tons of crap to be moved over. There's still a shuttle to be moved over, that sort of thing. I believe there's also a mining pod to get moved over here. This ship is, I mean, we're getting there. I've got one mining pod. I still need some inventory and such over here to finish this construction. I believe I need some whatever these are, tech blocks. Unfortunately, I am out of gas. If I bring up the whole fleet, I have no crystals and I have no fuel rods. I believe my last fuel rod just got put into the engines here. And these are what are drawing them out here. I have 0.5 in one and 0.1 in the other. So I am literally right out of gas. So I can't linger any longer. I'm just going to have to do is prepare these two for hyper jump. and order these guys into navigation mode, and we'll see if we can get these things to take off as quickly as we can. I don't think the shuttles are moving around too much right now, so we can let this get idling, but that's where we're at. So we're going to see if we can track down some gas for this ship before we run out, and maybe we can get rid of some of these slavers and unwanted pirates. I have a few here that I literally have no interest in. These last two guys, I think Flo was one I had recruit set on, but also the Slavers Guild crew members, I don't need them. Shuttle, Mariner, and the ill-gotten gains is reclaimable, so we're going to go with the jump. And we're just going to vacate this system. I have traded with the Android Collective as much as I possibly can. Unfortunately, they have nothing else that I can use. So I'm going to come down here and we'll see if we can track down another ship. Now this is Military Federation. Now if I deal with Military Federation, they will buy the pirates, but I think I might have issues because I have the slavers on. I need those crystals. However, this is a nebulous world. I could go there and grab the crystals from there. I'm not too keen on having that military federation here, but I do need those crystals. So let's jump in here and see what we can do. And maybe we can just collect these crystals real quick and move on. Give me those, and while you're at it, let's take that ice and mine that as well. So we're going to mine those real quick, and 11 crystals should hopefully get me enough to get some fuel rods made. While that's going on, I want to see if we can track down, preferably track down some more slavers. If not, we might just have to jump back through and see what else we can do with what we have. So we'll be right back after we have mined this resource, unless we have to deal with the military people. Oh, cool. We have finally researched the arcade machine. So let's open up a new research since we're able to do that. The couches are something I do want to do, but I think it's getting time that we have to start looking at weapons. So we're going to go for weapons console and then the appropriate turrets, and then maybe we'll do is go after these remaining researches just to get them cleared off and done. I don't really need them. I don't really need any of this stuff. The atom fabricator is nice to make weapons, but until they actually implement anything with it, I'm not interested in it. Although they have hinted that there will be more. They are going to finally implement the logistics robots. That is something that is coming up, that was hinted at in a patch notes update that's coming out. So we're looking forward to that on the next update. So we'll let this run some more and we'll be right back. Ooh, Flo just joined us. Ah, this is such a good start. Prisoner recruited, Flo. So I think that was the last person I was attempting to recruit. Flo. She is needy, but she has construction and medical skill. Not much for industry, but she's got some research point abilities. I'm going to leave Flo on this ship, she can work on the other one. So we're just going to get her set up here. Flow your ships. Thank you. You can work on the other one, but you're going to stay teamed on this one. And your schedule. I got 3 people on shift 2 and 2 people on shift 3 and 2 people on shift 1. I'm going to Flow, I'm going to copy your settings and I'm going to paste those settings. There you go, Flow. Yeah, the last 2 guys, the Wimp, botany, shielding, and weapons, not really useful for anything. And the other guy was also a Wimp, which means that neither one of them is useful. I do have the military alliance inbound. I'm just trying to get the last of this ice harvested. What I think I'm going to do is order for hyperjump. And we're just going to bounce away from those guys. I'm not sure who these guys are that's also coming in. But we'll take a moment. Deploy. And again, we will mine all of this Energirum and Hyperium. And this ice can go to first flight. And Call to New Haven is coming in. Not sure I have too much issues with the cultists. I'm not too interested in dealing with the military right now. I do want to get rid of the pirates, but I want to offload the Slavers Guild people as well. Okay, we have mined all the resources off of this area. The military alliance is back en route, so we're going to prep for hyperjump. I've also noticed a minor flaw in my design down here, and that is I have no oxygen being supplied to my ships. I forgot I have to give these things a enclosed oxygenated room. Now I'd rather not oxygenate the entirety of this ship if I don't have to, particularly to keep the issues with the resources and such down. But I don't know a way to do this without creating an oxygen environment around these. So I'm going to have to rethink the design or the layout of these shuttle pods, and perhaps even just make a pod hangar type room that is a room, if you will. So I might just do that and then just relocate them. Just literally just move the pods to where I have to go and move the shuttles to that area as well. I don't know any other way to fix that. So that's a design that we're going to have to work out, because I want to keep the main hull of this ship as air-free as I can. I want this area to be, because of the industry that's in there, I want it to not be able to burst into flames whenever somebody starts a machine on fire. Okay. We're up to 10 energy rods. 10 energy rods is a good start. I don't know how long that's going to last us for, but I want to do is head back up and make another shot at Mary Shelley here. So we're going to jump back into that sector where we had parked our other ship. We're going to drop down. And we'll just park up beside it here. That should be fine like that. This we will reclaim. And we have finished the second thing. So what I want to do is grab this shuttle. There we go. And no, try this again one more time. Can I have the shuttle bay? There we go. Relocate. Accept that. I might be able to shoehorn them in like that. I might have to do is just go and build a wall around one other thing, but if I did that, that would get me a place to put these two shuttle bays as well as this in an airlocked room. So we'll do that. I don't know. Maybe I'll activate this sketch anyway. And we'll start building on that. And then we'll relocate these things. Okay, now the other thing I really wish they would do is put in a command to air block all vents. It's just one click and boom, all vents are airlocked. This one I don't really care about because I don't think there's any air on that ship anyway. And this one is already airlocked in the two sections. So we'll clear off of that. I'm not sure how the game rolls the chances of this, but it always seems to be, no matter what happens, I get a meteor storm shortly after arriving in a sector almost every time. And then I spend more time putting out fires and fixing stuff. It's like come on, guys, fix this crap. We just got all of this stuff fixed. I spent like 3 or 4 hours sitting here fixing all this junk last time. Okay, we've got a new problem brewing here. We're just recovering from that meteor impact, whatever it was, the micrometeorite strikes. We're just about repaired here. And Elizabeth just pooped her pants. Oh, that's awesome. We have Android Collective has pumped into the area. Now, I am pretty much done processing all of the crystalline that we had picked up. However, we have 26 power rods now. And I have just placed a couple of trade orders with Enduring Pioneer for some additional fuel rods and some additional crystal. And Slavers Guild is on their way back in. Now, I want Slavers Guild to get here so I can get rid of these passengers. Unfortunately, the Android Collective is what caused the problem for me to have passengers in the first place. So we're going to see what happens when the Slavers Guild shows up here and the Android Collective is still hanging out in the middle of a trade. Unfortunately, it still means I'm not going to get to the Mary Shelley because we are already an hour or so into the game, but we're going to make an attempt. Okay. Slavers Guild just jumped in. They're sending us a request. We're going to hit the respond and wait for my console to go on. Slavers Guild is also a one by ship, so we'll see what that offers. Also, I believe one of the things that is supposed to come up in one of the future updates here is this will be the default setting for any ship. So when you look at a ship, it will show the exterior of the ship unless you have been given permission to view the interior. So no more of these black voids sitting on the thing. Now you'll be able to see what's going on. So I want to slow it back down to normal and see if these two fight each other. They are. Drawback is Android Collective outguns Slaver Guild. So these guys either have to leave quickly or hang out here and get shot. I'm not sure. They've stopped shooting. That's a good sign. Is that an outbound shuttle? That's an outbound shuttle not going for my trade. Yes, we have refugees on board. And 200 credits. I'll take that. You can send that over to First Flight. And I can't sell the captive crews because they cannot take on more people. Okay, good. Cool beans. Now let's see what happens. They should be sending a shuttle over to me to pick up their crew members. But they're about to get boarded. And they're shooting at the Android Collective. Who is also still stuck here because they're still waiting for 2 trades to finish. This is funny. They're taking damage to their ship. Slavers Guild just boarded a whole passel of their crew members. They still have more crew members on board than they can carry. I think it took 2 shuttlefuls just to get them over here. Oh, they stopped shooting at each other again. And now they're returning fire. Will you guys make up your mind? Rather not have to deal with both ships full of dead people. Okay, the Android Collective shuttle has left, and the shuttle full of prisoners or refugees has boarded. Slavers Guild is almost destroyed. They have launched another shuttle full of people to the from the Android Collective ship over to the Slavers Guild ship. If they're trying to take them out by boarding parties, they're not going to do it. They're just not going to do it. There's the last of our Slavers Guild passengers have been departed. Hopefully, Slavers Guild will leave the sector. Although Android Collective is in a whole world of hurt right now, as they've just lost a good portion of their crew. It appears that Slavers Guild is going for the kill, as they now have an abundant crew. So the question is, am I going to gain additional refugees, or are we going to finish the trade? It looks like that trade's going down. Either one looks anxious to leave the area, and Slavers Guild is recovering their ship. Okay, Slavers Guild left the area with no issues. Just got a hull breach issue that has to be fixed. And then what we'll do is we'll try this again. Remove that piece of hull. Let's see if it fixes it this time. And reconnect that to the power grid. Android Collective is coming in with another ship. That's nice to see. I'm going to try again. We're going to put a spacesuit door. The spacesuit door is in the wrong place. There we go. We'll put that in here. That should allow us to have this transfer air lock through. And we're going to grab on. Actually, what we'll do is we will grab this guy, this shuttle, and relocate this one to this pod. And then take this and move this pod should be able to move it right here. Hit OK. Because these overlap, that's fine. And we'll go power, and we will put a couple of nodes in. And finally, life support. I want an oxygen generator in this room. Okay, the Ascended Blade has entered the sector. Now this one, I believe, is the ship that caused all the hassles in the first place, because it's a fairly large ship. Also, although it does only have 2 guns. When it was teamed up with the other one, however, it completely destroyed the Slavers Guild that we are currently taking apart. But I think I've already traded everything I can with these guys, but we will see if we can trade off some more junk. I think I have, yeah, I've basically cleaned out all of their energy crystals, so there's nothing really that they have that I'm interested in. So we're just essentially waiting for transfers to finish. Stuff from each of these, we have inventory on both of these two ships that needs to be transferred off, as well as this ship here has inventory that we have to finish tearing apart. All right, we're back. I have cleaned up this sector completely, or this system, whatever it is, completely. The ill-gotten gains is now completely disassembled. There is nothing left. There's a couple of little scraps of metal left and a work platform. So what we're going to do is, I don't know if I can abandon this ship. I don't think it's possible to abandon this ship without leaving the sector, I guess. So that's basically all I got to do is just leave the sector. I have taken the time and I've equipped every person on here with a firearm. So next episode, what we will be doing is we will make another attempt to go and shoot up this the Mary Shelley, and we'll see what we can do. So thanks all for watching, kids. Hope you're enjoying Space Haven, and I'll see you on the next episode. Good night for now.